Have you seen those TikTok videos of those mother-in-laws where they're like announcing if it's a boy or a girl?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I saw one. I was laughing so hard.
Dude, it's like, which one did you see? Is it the one where like they have like the sign that says boy or girl? And then it's like, oh, it's like, I don't remember. It was either boy or girl. Yeah. And then the mom is like literally chasing them.
Yes, I saw that one.
And then she couldn't catch up to them, so she went over it. Hi guys, don't forget to watch us on YouTube, listen on Spotify, and follow us on all social media.
Overall, listen to our podcast and don't forget to subscribe.
Now let's get back to the podcast. Sincerely, Bestie.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Sincerely Bestie. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Krystal.
And today we are reading our Reddit stories about mother-in-laws and father-in-laws from hell.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what Reddit has said. Mother-in-laws from hell. And I know. Oh, I tried finding some good ones, but I couldn't.
Yeah, because they were all very similar.
Yeah.
So it was like really hard to find like different ones. So
I was like, let me find one positive one, but there wasn't any.
No, girl, not from that.
Yeah.
Mother-in-laws in hell. Like, what were you expecting to find?
I didn't positive mother-in-law stories, but nothing.
Oh,
nothing
shoot.
popped up. Same thing with father-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, let's talk what. So what are you doing this week for July 4th or have planned? This is pre-recorded, so don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Y'all see us that week and you're like, huh? Just so we can spend time with our families.
Yeah, for 4th of July.
Yes.
I don't have anything planned. I know I'm working 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm for sure working 4th of July. And then we'll probably just do something that night, just watch fireworks.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Well, at least you'll still be able to, like, stay up that night.
Yeah, no, because, like, for the last 5 years, I haven't seen 4th of July fireworks.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It always lands on, like, a work night.
Yeah, it's been landing on a work night for me. So I've seen fireworks, like maybe for, like, Pioneer Day or something like that, but I've never gone to, like, watch it for the last couple years. But, yeah, it'll be my first time this year if I can stay up, so.
Have you guys ever bought fireworks?
No, we've never. I mean, my sister-in-law has and my brother has as well, but I'm not usually there when they do them because they do them for.
Should this year.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And it's nice because like the street you guys are on, it's like it's not a busy street.
Yeah,
too.
thankfully, huh?
And you guys have that driveway.
Because my sister, I know they want to go to Fillmore to celebrate.
Oh.
Yeah, so they'll probably go down there. So I don't know if I'm going to go down there because I'll get off at work at like 5. So we'll see how that goes.
Or if anything, you and Chin can just go drive up and go watch. Because I know there's always like people doing fireworks everywhere.
And it's nice like up here because you guys have like a lot of like fireworks going on in different areas. So you would just have to pick one and go.
Yeah.
So whereas like in Fillmore, we only had one big show, so everybody would just drive to like the baseball field and watch it there. So
and it's nice here because like if you don't get it on July 4th, you can get it for the city days. Yeah, they'll do fireworks. So.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys did that until you guys were talking about it like last year. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I already got the list.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I was telling my sister. I was like, yeah, I'm not worried because I'm just gonna ask Nancy for like.
I'll send it to you.
she has the list already. So.
Yeah, I like it though.
Those are like 10-minute shows.
Oh yeah. Oh, still there's fun though.
So many. Like there's a lot on that list.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah, you're gonna have to send it to me. What are you guys doing?
We're thinking about going camping.
Okay.
I don't really want to go. But I
understand that feeling.
And it's like it's not glamping, girl. It's camping.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know.
We should plan a trip to go camping.
I know we're supposed to.
We were supposed to, but
says who?
We talked about this.
Yeah, and also like last year.
Yeah. I think it's just because like we're just so busy.
Yeah, if we weren't so freaking busy, then it would be okay. But God, just trying to find like a good weekend to do it is hard.
Timing and everything.
Yeah.
We'll eventually plan it later. Yeah, so we might go camping. Probably, most likely will. So we're not going to see fireworks.
Okay.
So I think we'll leave on morning of July 4th. And we're going to be in the mountains, so we're not seeing anything.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you guys can't light fireworks over there.
So the only fireworks Addison will see is the city days.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
She'll enjoy them regardless, so.
She'll enjoy the freaking woods, okay?
That's true. She's such an outdoor girl.
She'll be, Mom, are you going to go camping with us this time? Yeah. Yes.
When she was a baby, did you take her to go see fireworks?
I think we did.
Did she cry?
Well, I think the only time we really did was like in the backyard of my parents' house, but because they have a screen door. You've seen the screen door. to look outside. That was the only really time because
Oh.
it's so loud and I have earmuffs for her.
Oh.
So we would just sit right there. And
Yeah.
watch.
Oh, that's so cute though.
But I think once she grew up, we would like either
Take
we
her.
do it like in the backyard or we would take her.
We'll
Okay.
probably invest in earbuds.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll like that.
Yeah, because I remember like every year we would go and we'd take babies and they would just cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so loud. I love it when like you're close to it, but I hate it because you're looking up and then all that stuff just falls down on your face and you're like,
That's why I'd rather sit in the back.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather watch from a distance. And I feel like it's a lot nicer
Yeah, for sure.
because you actually see it rather than like.
Because you have it off, right? 4th of July?
Yes.
Do you guys go to like, I always ask, but like, do you guys go to parades and stuff?
No.
No? Okay.
Do you go parades?
Well, like when I lived in Fillmore, I did. Because they have like, they shut down Main Street and then they just
The
have
only
a parade.
road.
The only big road in Fillmore. But yeah, that I used to go, but I've never been to one up here. So.
I've never been to any up here too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
never.
okay. Because I want to know like which one's good. Because I'm pretty sure they have them in different areas too.
I know they do it for the city days,
Yeah.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been to any.
Oh, okay.
It's too busy. And
Yeah.
at the same time, they cut off the main road, so it's kind of
Yeah,
finding parking and stuff.
that's what I hate.
Parking or you finding your spot to put your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, because in Fillmore, like literally, it's just 2 blocks, and I'm on Main Street.
Yeah.
So
No, otherwise, I'm pretty sure we're dead ass just going camping. I don't have anything else planned.
oh, are you guys going with like all your family?
So my parents are going. One of my brother, I'm pretty sure he's going. And then my sister and her little family are going to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
So it'll be fun. Get away. for a
Yeah.
bit. I was like, I just need time away.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to my sister that's going. We're like, it's going to be nice to be away from like technology and just
Honestly.
people messaging and everything. So it'll be good.
I know I haven't been camping in a long time.
Yeah.
Yep, since like high school,
Counts, you know.
literally. I think middle school actually, if I'm honest.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember I was dating at that time because they had the Hmong picnic the same weekend we went camping. And I was so mad that we went camping instead of me going to see my boyfriend. So I remember that's the last time I went camping.
Oh
So
my gosh, that's been so long.
and Chink's family is always like, "Oh my god, we should do something. We should go camping." And I'm like,
Go glamping, though, girl.
"Yay!"
I'm surprised that Chin's not into camping.
He is, but he knows that I'm not. So he's just like, whatever.
Oh,
Because he's like, I don't want to hear you complain the whole time. And we're only going to be there for like a day. And then you're like, okay, let's go home.
I'm kind of like that too.
Mm.
One day I'm like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I stink. I feel nasty.
No, and I just can't go to the bathroom. I can't do it.
Yeah, and that.
You can't do that?
She can't go in the woods.
Nope. I hate like, oh, just dig a hole. And I'm like, oh, I love doing that. Burying my poop. Oh.
So that's the thing. Like with my sister, they have a trailer, so they have the bathroom.
Oh, uh-huh.
And my parents, they have a trailer and they have a bathroom. But I'm like,
It's gross though.
do I really want to use
It's
that?
only to
though?
pee
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
because you don't want to overfill it.
Oof.
Yes.
I'm dead.
But
Do you guys like drink or anything when you're there? What do you guys do? Fish?
We used to, not anymore. A lot of us kind of cut back.
Oh.
We used to smoke and all that stuff, but as you get older, a lot of things get out of the picture.
you just like practice their gun shooting, or sometimes they'll go scouting
Oh, okay.
for the hunting season. Sometimes we'll go to Bear Lake because where we go camping, it's like what
30 minutes
30
away.
minutes away.
Oh, wow.
So we usually go to Bear Lake every time we go, depending on what time we go.
Okay.
But most of
That's
the time we just
fun,
kind of
though.
like just chill there. So we have to bring stuff for the kids to do
Yeah.
too.
Uh-huh. What do you guys bring for them? Do you guys play games or anything?
I'll bring like their sand toys.
Oh, okay.
They'll start playing with the dirt.
They'll play with the dirt.
Oh,
And then we get a squirrel. They'll play with the squirrel.
oh gosh.
Like here, sometimes my dad would bring his ATV,
Oh,
so they'll ride the ATV or the dirt bikes.
yeah.
But otherwise, we just kind of like sit around.
Well, there's nothing else you
Yeah.
can really do.
Yeah, sit around. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. It's so boring.
No. I mean, if like you go with good people, not good, like fun
Like
people.
good company.
Yeah, good company, then it's fun.
Yeah.
When it's not good company, it's like, hey,
Boring.
I'm baking in the sun for what?
So we'll see. I'm not really sure what they plan on doing.
Okay. It'll be fun though.
All right, into our topic.
Get into it.
You want to go first? You want me to?
I can go first.
Okay.
First one is titled, "How should I go about the situation? I feel like I'm being ungrateful." Hello everyone. So I've been married for 1.5 years and I live with my in-laws. For reference, we live in an amazing neighborhood and the house is paid off. So I know for these 2 reasons alone, I am beyond lucky. However, my in-laws work seasonal jobs. My mother-in-law does not work during the week and I work a normal 9 to 5, a half hour away from home. I've noticed here and there she won't cook, which is fine because I like to cook, but she'll never tell me in advance, so I'm not prepared when I get home. I come home to nothing being done for dinner and it annoys me because I've known in advance. If I had known in advance, I could go to the grocery store next to my job and prepare. But at the same time, you're home all day. She could have gone as well and I could just have prepared when home. Overall, she can be lazy. She's only 60, so she's not that old. But I've noticed I've been getting more and more annoyed with her. For other things too, like organization, I'm a very tidy, clean person. She's clean as well, but far from organized. I honestly think she has undiagnosed ADHD. So when I wake up, I'll find things everywhere. For example, clean dishes from the dishwasher will be on the countertop instead of in their place in the pantry. The blanket on the couch she stayed up watching TV will be on the floor, pillowed, not straightened. But she'll yell at other things if they're not in order. I have noticed she can be very hypocritical. It's these little things that happen very frequently that drive me nuts. But I feel bad for feeling this way because it's her house after all. I'm the one that moved in. I don't know how to address to her. I don't even think I should bother because she's not one to listen and will do things her way anyways. But it's driving me nuts, especially the dinner thing. Any advice or suggestions? Has anyone been in a similar situation? If so, how is it handled? And because I know someone will say, move out, ? It's a cultural thing living with in-laws, although that's slowly changing for us. Financially, it would make so much sense to stay with them since the house is paid off. However, my in-laws would need my paycheck and my husband's paycheck to keep the house. They can't afford it with their paychecks. Especially in the high-cost state that we're living in. If it comes down to it, it's not something my husband and I can afford right now anyways. So, sad face.
I feel like it's hard because it's not your house.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if it's her house, then it's understanding. Mm-hmm. But then it's the in-laws' house, so it's like,
yeah. So it's like, what do you do? Yeah.
Can't really say much.
Yeah.
I think at that point you can't really say much. Mm-hmm. But it is hard because your husband's income is yours, and your husband's income is the one that's covering for the house,
like the little bills that they still have to pay for. Yeah. Someone had wrote basically what you said. Well, you answered your question. You're in her house. You sound like a very capable individual. There's a pattern with her not cooking, so start picking stuff up for dinner and cook. She's not obligated to cook for grown people. Also consider you mentioned there might be a condition involved. Some conditions are draining and make an individual tired when they are lazy. Nothing in life is perfect. The good news is that your in-laws provide a roof over your head. As you mentioned, you and your husband can't afford to move out. Yet your contributions are helping out your in-laws. Your mother-in-law is going to be disorganized and not one conversation or opinion you share is going to change her actions or inaction. She is who she is. My mother-in-law is extremely organized. I promise you, if we traded, you would scream backsies. Good luck to you. But like this person said too, like if you know that she typically doesn't cook, I would say just like assume that you're cooking every single night.
Just expect it.
Yeah, just because it's her house, right? And
I don't think too is people like you may live with other people, but some people they have dinner at different times too.
Yeah, that too.
That's the thing, like, or they eat differently. Mm-hmm. So you can't just expect them to make food every time you get off work. Like, no.
Yeah, no, I remember because my mom and my grandma would be like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they didn't hate each other, but it's just like I always tell everyone like there can't be two head of household women in one house, right? Because one woman is expecting her to do certain things, right? And the other one's like expecting her to do it because she's the one that's saying to do those kind of things too. But my grandma and my mom would like constantly like talk about each other to me, you know? So like my grandma would be like, oh my God, like why doesn't your mom clean up after you guys? Like she don't cook for you guys, blah, blah, blah. And then my mom would be like, she doesn't do anything all day. Like, why doesn't she cook? Like, or like there's stuff like her stuff all over the house. She don't pick it up, but she expects me to pick it up. I don't even know where to put them, you know? So it's just like that hard situation, right? Living with your mother-in-law. Growing up, were you worried about moving in with in-laws? Mm-hmm. Because like in our tradition, you move in and you live with the in-laws and you take care of them. Like you become basically the lady of the household, right?
Yeah.
And you cook and you clean, you take care of the kids. You wake up early to like
You're supposed to wake
take
up
care of
earlier
everyone.
than your mother-in-law.
Yeah. Were you afraid?
Heck yeah, I was. I was so scared. So scared. 'Cause my mother-in-law is a little older too.
Oh, okay.
So then I knew that like,
Yeah.
oh, if I live in this household, I'm gonna need to make sure I am up right and early. Like even when we go visit now, girl.
No, still,
I'm like,
yeah.
I gotta get up early. I gotta go help her. But she's like, no, you're fine. You're good. I got it. And I'm like, no.
That's nice, though.
I should be helping you.
Because there's some mother-in-laws that are like, where is she? You know, like, why isn't she up? She's so lazy. She's not up yet. She's not helping me.
Yeah.
Like that would scare me a lot.
Yeah.
My grandma really scared me with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, you don't want to go to their house and they tell people that you're lazy.
Yeah.
You sleep in, blah, blah, blah. You don't help out.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my God. So that really scared me too. I think that's why like now when I go help, like I have so much anxiety because I feel like I have to do like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of things that I know how to do too. So,
yeah. But then you feel like weird too when you're asking them like how to do stuff because then they're like, well, shouldn't you already know how to do it?
My grandma's always just like, it's okay, just tell them like you're stupid and and just whatever they need to tell you. And I'm like, I do, but like how many times do I have to tell them that? Because like I help them with one thing and then I'm back to standing, right? And then after that I'm like, okay, now what do I do? But it's just that annoying thing, like having to keep going up to them and be like, okay, now what? Okay, now what? Yeah. And they're busy themselves and they're looking at you like, girl, go find something.
Yeah. Like, so I was like that to my sister at your wedding. Your wedding.
Oh,
Well, not your mom. The
blessing?
The blessing.
Uh-huh.
Like, what do you need? What do you need? Let me know. She was probably getting so annoyed with me, but I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
For one, this is not my house.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know how you guys do stuff.
And I don't know where anything is.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
like
where
the worst.
Yes, yep.
Ay.
Yes, Robert.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
You must have it easy that my mom is pretty lenient.
I do. For now. For now.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law's nice though. She's willing to teach, so it's
That's
okay.
good. And I feel like a lot of mother-in-laws are like that now too, where they're like more willing to teach and I don't know, more accepting, I guess, more understanding. Yeah.
More understanding of how like us newer generation is.
Because that's how I feel like with like our generation as like daughter-in-laws, like me and you and like your sister and all the other daughter-in-laws. I think we have a big understanding of like, oh, if you can't come, it's okay, that kind of thing, right? But whereas before it'd be like, oh my gosh,
it looks so bad if you don't show up.
Why isn't she here? Why isn't she doing anything? You know, like, but now like I feel like there's more understanding behind it too, and we're more forgiving and all of that. So I'm really grateful for that.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think I could handle that.
No. This one is creepy father-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, so this one is about my father-in-law. So a bit of info first. Me, 25 female, and my husband, 26 male, have been together almost 5 years now and married for 4 years. When we first met, we were both in the army, and due to my job and horrible unit, bosses to 4 civilians, I had no time off. I worked every day, Monday through Friday. So when planning our wedding, I got a single day off 7 weeks in advance. 1 day. We had 1 day for the perfect wedding, aka backyard and homemade food. So on to the story. My husband had invited his dad, brother, friends, first sergeant, boss, and his family to come. While for me, it was just coworkers and my grandfather, amazing grandpa. So I am in a side room putting on a second-hand wedding dress I got at Goodwill when there's a knock on the bedroom door. So her abbreviation says, we got the cast entitled father-in-law's EF, my amazing grandpa's AG, brother-in-law's BL, friend is F, and husband's H. So entitled father-in-law, you look beautiful, daughter. Can't believe husband managed to land such a beauty. Me, thanks, I am still changing, so can you leave? Entitled father-in-law, oh, come on now, we're family. Besides, I bet you'll look amazing. Me getting really uncomfortable. Look, why not go talk to my husband? He's really happy you're here. And then title father, all right, but when you get tired of husband, let me know. And he winked. Gross.
Ew.
Friend, okay, get out. She stopped lacing the back and shut the door on entitled father-in-law, then resumed working on me into the very tight dress. The next part is from what my husband said, so it won't be worded for word, guys. Amazing grandpa, your dad's making my daughter uncomfortable. Yes, guys, he raised us, so he always called us daughter. Husband, how bad? Grandpa, I don't like drama, but it's bad. Husband, I'll take care of it. I know my dad, and this is pretty normal.
Ew,
that is horrible.
Yeah.
Husband went over to brother-in-law. All these dang abbreviations. Brother-in-law. He went over to brother-in-law and started making a plan to make their dad shut up if this is kept up. So the ceremony started, and entire father-in-law was still there, giving winks and trying to catch my eye. But honestly, I was so focused on my husband at that time. It was magical, even if we messed up a bit in the ceremony, but it was fun. Then came the toast. Entire father-in-law messed up. P.S. We did the toast right after cutting the cake. Entire father-in-law. To my new daughter-in-law, let me know when husband messes up, because you're too cute to cry. Brother-in-law, shut up! He shoved cake right into entire father-in-law's face. Yeah, everyone laughed, and the husband walked over as entire father-in-law tried to wipe it off, only to get a second piece to the face. I was laughing so hard as it started a full cake war. The day was saved by husband and brother-in-law. Of course, entire father-in-law was not invited to any more gatherings with me, but he did constantly invite me to his. To this day, he creeps me out. It says, edit, wow, thanks you guys so much for the comments because it was brought up. I have issues writing due to having dysgraphia. Oh, I think that's why she was writing initials. She said, also, just so it is there for one person who said it, I didn't get weekends off ever. I worked every single day. To the person who mentioned getting a restraining order, there's no need. He's a trucker. The most I see him is through video calls, and I'm getting good at avoiding them. But guys, I got Thanksgiving coming up soon, and father-in-law said he was coming.
Ew.
One of the comments says, wow, what a creep. He deserved worse than cake in the face, but hopefully you get at least one picture of his smarmy face all smeared with icing. Another one, what a dirty old man preying on his son's wife and on your wedding day.
Ew, that's so disgusting, but
I thought it's so gross. Okay, I'm like, okay, I can understand you're like joking, maybe. I don't know.
not even joking.
But that is just, no,
Yeah.
that's just wrong.
Ew.
Like, that is just wrong.
That just gives me the ick.
Yeah.
I just can't.
I can't.
The whole time I'd just be standing behind Chang and be like,
Like, yeah.
you talk to your dad. I'm trying to avoid that guy.
Yeah.
I can't. I feel so bad for those girls that have those kind of issues. Jesus. It'd be so awkward all the time. But at least the good thing is, like, she rarely sees him. So
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
No, at least her husband, like, her husband and her brother-in-law actually did kind of something about it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this one's titled, My Mom-in-Law is So Fake. My mom-in-law, potential ex-mother-in-law, since my husband wants divorce due to her pressure, is so fake. My hubby and I are Asian from different countries. We both live in the Midwest and are both engineers. Our marriage is on the edge since my mother-in-law intervened negatively to our marriage, thanks to my naive husband that trusted her to the core. She's from China, lives in the east side of the U.S. I've only met her 2 times before hubby and I got married. The first time I met her, I dressed up simple since our flights didn't allow us any carry-on. I helped with dishes and cooked food for his family. She liked my good food and took me out for dinner. Good impression, so no complaints. She also told my hubby that she liked me and I'm such a good girl. My hubby and I moved in together, so occasionally said hi through FaceTime. Hubby talks to her every day. 4 months later, when my husband told her that he wanted to marry me, mother-in-law feeds back sparked some concern as she told my hubby to think carefully, and if he still wanted, it's fine. I was like, what the hell, in my mind. During my wedding prep, she brought me nice gifts and was really nice and helpful. At some points, I did consider her as my second mom. I bought my parents-in-law new iPhone 15 Pro Max as gifts in return. Dang. Asians are rich, huh?
Oh, dang.
After we got married, I occasionally sent gifts to them, even considered to use Google Translator to talk to her since she wanted to talk to her daughter-in-law, kept saying she considered me as her daughter. Since my hubby talked to her every day and she kept telling my husband to open up to talk to her about our marriage life problem, she said she would help us out. During one fight, hubby was so frustrated and told his mom about it. His mom, as to help, told him to divorce me. We managed to pull through it. I also learned she didn't like me from day one since I'm not Chinese. However, there's a dent in our relationship since. 1.5 months later, we had one fight and started from the fact I was so exhausted to serve his friends. 5 meals and 1 big party in 3 days in a row. And I'm not a fan of them since one of them told my hubby to break up with me during that earlier fight. I told my hubby about my feelings, nagged quite a bit, and to my surprise, my hubby chose to side with his friends, left me feel unprotected. We had a fight regarding our different points of views, and hubby again talked to his mom. His excuse was mom needed to know to cancel some prepared activities for him in China. We planned to travel to China to visit some extended family members on his side. Not to my surprise, she forced him to break up with me. I explained to her in details, and I told her in detail how I took care of him every day. Her response was that I'm a good girl, everything almost perfect, but my shortcomings, mostly my bad-tempered and habits to nag, is fatal to him. My marriage counselor laughed at it. She told me that's up to us to solve. We had to change for each other. When hubby and I decided to give our marriage another chance, she intervened again, brought up his grandma and her friends to force him to divorce. My hubby hesitated but still wanted to be with me. This time she cried, and she's suffering thinking of him will be suffering with me, and asked him to choose between wife and mom. Hubby is moving out soon. I took really good care of him, helped him to find a job when he got laid off. Our wedding was cheap. We splitted the bills since he didn't have money. After we bought the house together, even though I financially can make it way more expensive, I cook, bake, laundry, and hubby takes care of heavy labor in the house. Everything in our life is planned by me, from wedding prep to vacation, since hubby doesn't want to do those. We had a fight every 3 to 4 weeks, but I think it's common since we got married less than a year. Hubby said he's stressed since I'm so dominant. I told him I would change to make life easier for him. However, mother-in-law forces him to divorce. Is mother-in-law evil, or am I being dramatic?
He's a mama's boy.
Yeah.
That should have been a red flag already.
Honestly, though.
I mean, I know there's some, like, mama boys that aren't that bad, but...
But there's some that
there's
are
some
like
that are like...
still attached by the umbilical cord for sure.
I don't think it's her. I think it's the mother-in-law.
Yeah, I think it's the mother-in-law for sure. She should not be that deep in your relationship.
No.
Yeah. Like, it's hard for me because, like, I've always wanted boys because, like, I want them to be mama boys, you know? But at the same time, I don't want them to be that attached to me too. Or I don't want to be too attached to them, I guess. You know, like, where I'm making decisions for them.
Yeah.
Or, like, nagging them, like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. They're your kids. You give them advice, but you don't give them bad advice too, though. In the end, it's still up to them to decide what to do with their lives.
Yeah. Like, you gotta know the boundaries.
No, it just makes me sad because it sounds like he still wants to be with her, but, like,
he's, like, letting everybody get to his head.
And because,
like, I feel like the only way for them to maybe work is, like, either cutting off the mom or, like, really just distancing themselves from her and not telling her telling their problems to her. I don't know why you would want to tell your problems to your, like, mother-in-law or even kind of like that, because then in a way it makes them look like a certain way, like the other person, you know. You don't want the other person to have, like, that type of picture in other people's head.
That's what I was telling our coworkers. I'm like, I'm okay to, like, complain to you guys because you guys are my coworkers. You're not close like my family, but, like, with my family, there's things that I don't tell them, you know, and I always want them to see Chang in a good light and to think that he's, you know, not to think, but, like, you know, he's a good guy and all that, because we have these fights and it's easy to, like, complain about that other person, but the thing is, like, they don't know the whole story too. Like, it could be you. That's the problem. But they're always going to side with you regardless.
But then they're going to start, like, having their opinions about him. Or looking at him, like, a certain way.
Or treating him differently.
So, it's not you. It's the mother-in-law. I think it's mother-in-law.
I think, just let him go. Or, like Nancy said, just cut off the mom or just tell him to, like, distance himself from her. It's going to break his mom's heart. Trust me, it is. She's going to be so sad, and she's going to be like, you're the reason why he doesn't love me anymore, blah, blah, blah. But if it's for your marriage,
if you guys really, truly love each other, like,
you'll do it. You'll sacrifice it. Yep.
This one is, in-laws want to rob me of every experience I'm looking forward to as a new mom.
Aww.
This is so scary because I don't know why. I'd be so scared. It says, the second we announced we were pregnant, my mother-in-law started implying that in their family, it is always the elders who names the child. Apparently, my mother-in-law liked one name for my husband, but ultimately they went with another chosen by some random older cousin of hers. And now she wanted us to name our child that name. We told her no. We didn't like that name and would be picking our own. Just because she didn't have the guts to name her own kid what she wanted doesn't mean she gets her way with mine. There are several rituals we do with newborns in our religion. Some of these include reciting the call to prayer in the newborn's ear and rubbing a small piece of softened date on their palate. My in-laws were insisting that they be the ones to do all of these. Once again, it was my grandfather or ex-relative who got to do these things with their children, and it was their turn. Apparently, being the one to do these things increases love, and the child will grow up to encompass the traits of the person. My husband and I wanted to be the ones to do it. It was important to us and something we looked forward to all our lives. These rituals are done very quickly after the child is born, and I didn't want visitors in the hospital, which was a whole different issue. I wanted time to rest and bond with my baby, not have people immediately bursting in to take him from me. We were met with tears and emotional blackmail from my mother-in-law because we were taking away their special moment.
Oh my goodness.
I just wanted to wait until we were home for a day or two before having visitors. Thank God my husband supported me in all this, even though he faced a tremendous amount of pressure and emotional blackmail from his parents. I just don't understand why they felt so entitled to our child. One of the comments says, you need to remind your in-laws that they are not the parents of your child. You are, and they get no say in anything. If they can't treat you with respect as parents, then they don't deserve access to your child.
That's exactly what I would tell them. I would be like, this is my child, and I want to experience these things with my child, especially my first child too. Yeah, like ain't no way. And if you guys can't accept that, then you guys can't see them.
Yep. That's like the same way like with was raising your kid. Same.
Yeah.
Like, this is my kid, my decision, like, you're not the parent. Even though I can understand you're a grandparent, but still.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be so mad, though, because, there's people like that.
Yeah, I know. I've heard too many stories.
I'd be so scared. So I'm like, be like, I want you to do this with your child. I'm be like, no, I don't want to.
You're like, sorry, huh?
Yes.
What if, your mother-in-law wanted to be in the labor room with you? Would you be okay?
No.
No?
No one's going to be seeing my
I'm
vagina
dead.
except my husband.
That's what she's
and the
worried
doctor.
about.
Yeah, that is. That's why I didn't want my mom in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, you don't need to sit down there. You saw it when I was a baby, and everything, but now I'm just like, no.
Yeah, you're like, ain't no way, huh?
Only my husband and the doctor.
Robert, did you... Sorry, this is a random question. Did you see Addison?
Yes.
Like, come out all the way? Dang, Robert was brave.
No, I was about to choke him. What are you talking about? Yeah, he snipped it too.
No, I think Cheng will stand behind me. I don't know if he could watch in the front.
Because Robert was on the side, but here and there he'll like kind of...
Oh, look over?
Yeah.
Was it intense? Oh. Sounds so horrible.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, okay.
It's
I'm sure it
different.
is.
It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, I don't think Cheng could watch it though.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think he'd pass out.
Like with Robert's brothers, I don't think...
They faded.
Yeah.
No way.
So we were worried that Robert was going to faint too.
Not him. He was all watching.
Yeah. But then he could like stand like blood and
Oh, yeah.
those type of stuff. So I was like, oh, he'll be fine. Like, he'll be okay.
I'm dead. No, I was talking to Cheng because I don't know what we were talking about. Because I told him he needs to go to the doctors to get something checked up, and I told him that he should get like his blood drawn and everything, and he was like, "You think I really need that?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "It hurt a little bit, like when I got my wisdom teeth out, because they had to put me out for it." And I told him, I was like, "Yeah," and I grabbed his arm and I was like, "Yeah." I went all the way up my arm, and he was like, and then he was like, my arm. I'm like, bro, it's not real. But he was like, it hurts so bad. I'm like, bro, you're dramatic. I can't.
Just imagine when he actually dies to get needles.
Honestly, he can't even look. I'm pretty sure.
Like, Krystal.
I know. He's gonna be like, I can't look at it.
Oh my gosh.
But
Has ever got his blood drawn?
yeah, he has. The last time he went to the doctors,
He partied.
he hated it though. Yeah. Poor kid.
Gosh.
This one says, mother-in-law plays favorites. I'm tired and I just want to vent. I've been married to my husband for a little over 2 years now. Since then, I've noticed how my mother-in-law favors my brother-in-law and his dramatic family. She goes months without visiting us and is basically an on-call nanny for my brother-in-law's kids. She buys my niece crazy expensive sports equipment, buys practice lessons, spends time with them, but we rarely see her. It's not that I want to spend a bunch of money on stuff for her kid, but it would be nice if she got to know her other grandkid. I've stopped sharing pictures and videos with her since she doesn't ask how the little one is doing. 2 weeks ago, she said she wants to visit. We still haven't seen her, and I don't expect her anytime soon. I hate feeling like the black sheep of the family. I would like my mother-in-law to have a relationship with our child, but it's not looking too promising right now. I guess I'm just disappointed because I didn't think it would be like this when I got married.
I wouldn't want
Like how like do you think that would annoy you?
Yeah.
Yeah, if like your mother-in-law played favorites with your in-laws.
I think it depends too, though. Like if I was like literally like in the same state as her and like, you know, closer to her, probably. But I feel like since we're so far, I'm like,
It's okay, huh?
it doesn't faze me.
Yeah.
Because I don't see it too, so it wouldn't bother me. But like if it was like we live in the same state and everything, then probably.
Yeah, because I think that would annoy me too.
Yeah.
If she does it not in front of my kid, maybe like I would be the only one upset. But I'd be really upset if like we were together in a setting and then she brought like these crazy toys for like the other kids and then just kind of gave them whatever. You know, like I would feel super sad.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God.
No, I would too.
Do you think you would talk to her about it? Or would you just distance yourself?
I think I would distance myself, but then I would make my husband talk to her.
Oh, okay. For sure, huh?
Because I would feel weird as a, like, you know, with our culture.
Yeah.
Like being the daughter-in-law and like telling the mother-in-law. I'm like,
Some girls are brave, dude.
Yeah, some girls are brave. I can't. No.
Not me either. I'd be so scared. I'd be like,
even now, I'm like, Robert, can you tell your mom? Or
Yeah.
can you call your mom?
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't
And
wanna,
ask her.
Yeah. He's like, why don't you just call? I'm like, like, I don't know.
Jinx had that too. Cause
Yeah.
I'd be like that with his sisters. I'm like, can you tell your sister? He's like, you have her number. I'm like, okay, but I have to. But I'm pretending I don't have her number.
It's,
So
yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
no,
it's
I'm like
different.
that with my sister-in-law. So like, Robert, can you message them?
yeah,
Can you? This and
because
this?
like we're not that close too.
Yeah.
Like we're not close enough to be like, hey girl, like, can you do this for me? Like
Yeah.
it's not like that.
Like I used to wish it was like that.
Oh, uh-huh.
But like with Robert's sister, I always saw them more like an aunt, and I'm pretty sure they saw me more like a niece. Because
okay, I see.
one of his sisters best friends with my aunt, so that's why I always saw her as an aunt. So now I'm like, we don't have that sister-in-law relationship because we always saw each other like that. So it's weird.
Oh, I get that.
But I mean, like we still talk to each other. Like, you know. Called out mother-in-law on Father's Day when her plan backfired. Ever since my husband and I have been together, we've always celebrated major holidays equally between both families. Father's Day is no different. We were supposed to go to brunch with my family and then dinner with his in-laws house. I'm like, what does that sound? In-laws house? Everything was fine until Father's Day morning when we got a group text from my mother-in-law with hubby, sister-in-law, and myself telling us that the pre-planned Father's Day dinner is canceled. Mother-in-law said that her and father-in-law just wanted to relax at home, have no company, and to leave them alone. This isn't like father-in-law at all, who is always happy to have everyone to come over. Nonetheless, we respected the request. However, we didn't get the chance to call and tell father-in-law Happy Father's Day, so my husband called him. He sounded happy, and then to our surprise, asked what time we were coming over and to bring drinks and ice for the cooler.
Oh my
We
goodness.
told him about mother-in-law's text. His happiness turned to anger, and he called her petty. Apparently, they had an argument over this expensive church event or something, and she was upset that he wouldn't cover the extra tickets she had pledged she would sell, like $100 each ticket.
Oh wow.
She got mad and jumped in the car and went to her sister's house. That's when we got the group text. Father-in-law had called all the other guests, like 7 other people, to find out. They all got the same text, and majority of them had made other plans. Father-in-law was bummed as he just finished renovating the patio, was excited to have his friends and family over. I felt bad, so I called my husband's only sister and told her what happened, and told her we should take father-in-law out to celebrate him. She agreed, and we invited father-in-law and hubby. My husband also sent a text to mother-in-law, who didn't respond but sent a thumbs up emoji. We went out anyways and had a great time. Father-in-law was happy, and we ended the holiday on a good note. However, when we got home, hubby got an angry text from mother-in-law calling us conniving, nosy, disrespectful, and that we were interfering in her marriage. Hubby defended himself, but then she started yelling. I grabbed the phone and told her she's only mad because she got caught and tried to ruin father-in-law's date. But joke's on her. Sister-in-law got the same call too, but she ripped mother-in-law a new one. Now apparently we aren't allowed at the house anymore, according to mother-in-law, until we learn to respect her boundaries. I honestly don't think we were wrong, but I wanted to see if maybe I'm missing something. Want to mention that no, she didn't have anything planned in secret for him. She literally canceled the cookout/dinner. Someone said, you're not missing anything. She lied to a bunch of people to hurt father-in-law. She got found out. You didn't out her after she asked you to keep something in confidence. That would be an appropriate boundary on her part. She had a ridiculously bad plan that blew up in her face. Obviously, people were going to wish him a happy Father's Day. Obviously, he would call people if no one showed up. No one knew she was lying. She was a lying petty bitch. So why wouldn't they say the truth about why they weren't there?
No, but like your marriage, intervening with her marriage, you're intervening with my relationship with my dad. Like, just because you guys are having issues, that doesn't mean it affects
all the kids.
Yeah, all the kids too.
Like, it shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't, because I don't know, even like if that was me and I was upset, I'm not that petty though. Yeah, like I would still let my kids celebrate Father's Day. Yeah.
My father-in-law day.
Yeah, Father's Day, you know, like that's so selfish. Just because you're mad at him doesn't mean like you like break all his other relationships, so no one's on his side on that day too.
And it's sad. He was like expecting everybody to be there.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Like, what the heck?
I'd be so sad. I'd be like, y'all forgot. Or what?
No, I think that's messed up.
Yeah, especially when she knew he worked so hard for like that patio. Yeah, and for her just to be like, nope.
I don't think she's missing anything out.
Yeah, no, she'll get over it.
Yeah,
you'll figure it out.
It's
for
the
sure.
mom.
Yeah. Okay, so this one says, mother-in-law wanting to parent. My mother-in-law tries to mom when my kids go over for visits alone. She makes her own rules and forced her opinion instead of what I've asked her to do. Lots of this is because my kids have needs and I want her following guidance we've been told to do. She had bad habits of reverting back to her opinion and what she wants to do, ignoring everything I say because she doesn't agree. I found out that she has several books by an author she told me about years ago. This author has negative advice on parenting, and from how she's acting, I can tell she's being influenced and using his tactics on my kids. He says in his book not to listen to professionals, but to listen to your elders, and how grandma was right all along, and how parenting advice after 1950 is wrong. He says kids shouldn't come first and should be doing strict compliance. So my daughter learns self-taught in therapy, along with eating struggles, ADHD, etc. And my mother-in-law has been known for wanting strict compliance and admits she doesn't believe in kids self-taught. I've sent her notes from therapists and she disagrees and acts so opinionated. Once I read some of this author's books, I see where she gets it from. I told her years ago I don't like his parenting advice and it's wrong, and years later I see she's still reading his stuff. She's a lot like him. They both believe in forcing and demand only their way. Basically saying that she shouldn't be reading these books because she's not the parent, so why is it her business to be doing all of that? I think it's hard because like if you need her to help babysit and they're going over to her house, then I think they should follow to her rules because that's her house, right? And if you don't like her rules, then I don't know, find a different way.
I mean, like, make sure you voice it, of course, because if you don't voice it, then but then it's also hard because this is your caretaker at the time.
Yeah.
You don't really want to push buttons or anything, literally. You know?
Because like you almost need them, but at the same time, it's hard.
I don't know. That's hard.
Because I would just not send them over there, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't too, though.
Because like parenting's changed a lot now,
yeah.
I feel like, right? Yeah. They're not as strict and demanding as they used to be. Now it's more like lax, and it's more like expressing your feelings and learning how to communicate and stuff like that. And I know old generation, they don't believe in that kind of stuff. So it's hard finding the balance between it and then having her respect your parenting style. So
that's hard though too.
Yeah,
because that's the caretaker.
Because like, what if you don't have any other options?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Like if I was like, no, mom, you can't babysit us, I'm gonna be like, now Robert, what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
I know, because I want to ask you what you would do. You know, like that'd be hard.
So hard. Because then that'd be like me having to change my whole like work schedule. Robert had to change his work schedule.
just trying to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, of course, they should follow her house rules, but, like, the way she's parenting them is just not how you want to parent your kids.
So this one is called Pregnancy Announcement.
Oh.
So my husband and I have been married for almost 2 years. We found out I'm pregnant in March and told my family right away, but didn't tell friends. My mother-in-law would ask, when can we tell people? A few weeks ago, I told her, you can tell your close friends, but I don't want any social media posts. I finally announced to Facebook a few days ago. My post is not shareable, and I did that for a reason. She takes a screenshot of my post and writes her own caption for her Facebook. I saw this when I woke up, and I was so mad. I told her at least twice before I don't want social media posts. There's someone she's friends with on Facebook that I absolutely do not want knowing about my life. I told my husband, and we were both upset at this. He said it's not hers to share on Facebook. He calls her, and she's upset, but she removes the post. She then texts me and asks why. And I say, I do not want this specific person knowing, and it's not your news to share. She then says, oh, she's been blocked for a long time from my Facebook. That is BS. I then go to her Facebook, and she's not friends with her. But that morning, it was showing her on her friends list.
Oh, my gosh.
And I told her that I'm pissed. She's a liar and didn't listen to my wants about my child. Am I overreacting? No, you are not. You have the rights.
Mm-hmm. No, you have your boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's supposed to respect those boundaries. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's your privacy. Yeah. Like,
I would be pissed off if I got that taken away from me, being able to be the one who gets to tell people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It should come from you.
Yeah. I feel like that's common sense, though. Like,
that's what I'm saying, too.
I feel like it should be common sense. Like, it's not your news to share like that.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen those TikTok videos of those mother-in-laws where they're like announcing if it's a boy or a girl?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I saw one. I was laughing so hard.
Dude, it's like, which one did you see? Is it the one where like they have like the sign that says boy or girl? And then it's like, oh, it's like, I don't remember. It was either like a boy or girl. Yeah. And then the mom is like literally chasing them.
Yes, I saw that one.
And then she couldn't catch up to them. So she went over. Oh, it was a girl. Because then she started taking out the boys. Yeah. And like throwing it on the ground. I was like.
We were like, how embarrassing. She literally was running after them.
Yeah.
And then I think once she noticed that like.
They didn't want her
there, she goes to where the sign was. Pulls out the sign.
Yeah.
Funniest thing ever.
I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh. Or like, you've seen the ones where they announce it and then, or boy or girl, whatever. And then the mom comes and she just like jumps on him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And like, they're just like.
Or even sometimes it's like the sister-in-law. I'm
like,
what in the world? Let them have their time with their significant other
like,
first.
What do you think? That's just common sense.
Yeah. It's weird. I'm like.
But I'm so glad it's being brought up.
Yes.
Because now mother-in-laws know their place, how ridiculous they look when they're doing that, dude. Because mother-in-law's been going way too long doing this kind of crap, okay?
No, that one was funny, though.
Yeah, I was laughing. I was like, oh my God.
That's part why it popped up on our feed. Yeah. We both saw it at the same time. No.
It's crazy, though.
I would be upset.
Mm-hmm. No, I would be really upset, too. I'd be like, this is our moment. And
even, like, with announcement, that's why sometimes I'm like, I'm going to wait until I'm ready to tell, like, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I think, like, with Robert and I, we told my sister-in-law. Was it?
Tell your sister.
I told my sister, but then when we told his family, I think we told was it that we told your mom first or your sisters?
Mm-hmm.
But then that was when we were already ready to like announce it to everybody.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. No, we announced it in his sibling Facebook group first.
Oh, okay.
And then we were like, we are still in the beginning.
Yeah, let's not say anything.
Not say anything. And then when we were ready, that's when we were like, okay.
Oh, okay. No, I think I'm gonna be like that too. I'm just gonna be like, really, maybe like once I start showing, then I'll be like, hey guys.
Yeah, I was at work one day. I was filming because I was thinking about pregnancy.
Oh, okay.
Remember how I told you how I was like, yeah, if I was pregnant, when I get pregnant, I'm not gonna tell you guys.
Yeah.
And you were all like, yeah, I work with you, so I'm gonna see your belly. And I was all thinking, I'm like, she don't work with me now.
Ew.
I'm like, I can hide it from her, but I can't hide it from her. I can't hide it from her sister and her husband, so maybe not.
They're gonna be like, Nancy been gaining a little weight? And I'm like, huh?
And I'm all feeling, I'm like, I don't work with Krystal anymore. But then I was like, I don't know, her sister and her husband.
No, my sister would definitely notice for
She's
sure.
Nancy.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, "Can you ask Nancy?" I'm like, "I'm not asking her that." Like, what? That's so rude.
Well, hearing it from Ching Ching's like, Krystal, I think Nancy's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, he's like, "Is she okay?" I'm like, "I don't know." I think so. She hasn't said anything.
That'd be funny.
No, I told my sisters that too, and they were so upset. They're like, "You're not gonna tell us?" I was like, "Absolutely not," because you guys will get too excited, and then it's still early too, so I don't want to be too much. I want to be ready when I'm ready to announce it for sure.
Yeah. There's who was it? There was those celebrities. There was one that she literally hid her whole pregnancy. It's not the actress that played Ariel. It was somebody else.
Oh, huh.
But like she legit hid her whole pregnancy.
It was kind of like Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like everybody with Kylie Jenner, they already kind of knew.
Kind of knew, but she didn't
Same
post
thing
nothing.
with is her name Halle Berry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people already kind of knew too.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think with this, I don't know if she was a celebrity or she was an influencer. She like legit hit it.
That's crazy
Like,
though.
you wouldn't have known.
Well, that's
like,
because she's lucky. She don't gain any weight in her face or anything like that.
I'm like, oh my goodness, how do you guys do that?
Honestly, I know. I'm like, everybody's gonna know what I am because I'm gonna be bloated and swollen. So ain't no way.
Unless you stay the same.
I hope so. I pray. I pray that I stay
Unless
the
you
same.
stay the same.
But I doubt it. So.
Alrighty, I think that ends our episode for today.
If you guys have any crazy stories of your mother-in-laws, please leave them below.
Or even father-in-laws.
Oh yeah,
I
that too.
wanted to find some more father-in-laws ones, but
Yeah, but I feel like those are always just like creepy.
yeah, that's the thing. They're
Yeah,
creepy ones.
yeah,
Which is kind of weird.
yeah. I get creeped out of those
Yeah.
too. But yeah, for sure. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.